Hello all, this is this. Flippity flop, floppity flip, floppity po. First of all, I'm gonna just say that I have to go with ScreenFlow now because my other recording program, which I didn't really give a shit about, decided to not record any audio whatsoever. Whatever. I knew I was going to switch anyways. I was just being cheap and was just wasting time there. But anyways, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking a little bit about that recent conversation that D-Road Trip and I guess Vicious Dave are now in with David R. Kelly. First, I'm going to say this off the bat. Yeah, Vicious Dave, he flip-flops. It's not really much of a big deal to me because, well, that's what he's going to do. And as far as the road trip, he did it kind of continuously. Well, at first he flip-flopped and had an argument against C-Mick. But that's not the basis of this argument. The argument is basically David R. Kelly was running around calling people flip-floppers and stuff when I couldn't help myself, but when I went through David R. Kelly's little YouTube page. And yes, nearing the end, he started mainly agreeing with the emic. Slowly going down, he starts disagreeing, and then outright disagreeing out altogether. Let's see, MacWorks 66. There's a video reply to me. Let's take Microsoft to jail, lol. And response to this. Gee, I wonder who that is. And, Windows. Oh, yep. I'd say about 8 months ago, he started using Mac. His last one was MacWord 66. I'll admit that MacWord sometimes opens his mouth and says stuff he shouldn't be saying. Of course, now he's going to go record in playing WoW, which is not that hard since WoW has its own recording ability. Basically, you can record videos on WoW, and then you gotta go out and find them yourself and then post them on YouTube. It's not that hard. But anyways, and then of course he talks about Adobe Premiere and about products and so forth. But mainly, it's just that these older videos, when he started agreeing with his little old pal, I believe his name was Adobe PC. Yeah. If you remember, Adobe PC kind of, well, went out and tried to own a lot of Mac users and stuff. And, of course, David R. Kelly took his side. But anyways, he kind of went up against emic on a few things. I'm just going to look. I picked one video. No, not the Droid and the iPhone 4. But, yeah. What he was talking about, Apple Soldier and raids. Now, remember, I'm only just picking this video. But
either disk manager or in the manager that you were showing that showed the raid. Yes, my cheap PC can do it too, Eric. So, why don't you watch Vicious Dave's video about the PC that he got or priced out for $1,347 as opposed to the Mac Pro that was $1,999, or the iMac, I should say, that was $1,999. Oh, and your little iMac's video card was a couple years out of date, and the PC's video card was the latest ATI technology. And oh, and by the way,
as you can tell, he basically agreed with Vicious Dave, went up against Apple Soldier. Flip-flopping? Oh, and by the way, for your information, David R. Kelly, or whatever the fuck your name is, because I don't give a flying fuck. I looked up rating systems on Wikipedia, and yes, rating PCs were first introduced on PCs. That's without a fact. But just to let you know, it was mainly introduced, I think, through FreeBSD, OpenBSD, and Unix. And Microsoft does have rating system, but according to this information, let's just say that Microsoft desktop operating system support RAID, such as Windows XP Professional, which supports RAID level 0 in addition to spanning RAID functionality in Windows. It slower than hardware RAID, but allows everybody to move to another machine. Yeah. Compatibility issues. With no compatibility. Basically meaning it won't have any compatibility issues, but it's going to run like a fucking snail's ass. Yeah, I didn't read that right because, well, I do have a little bit of dyslexia, so I apologize. And of course, there's OpenSolaris, FreeBSD, NetBSD, OpenBSD, and OpenSolaris, as well as Solaris, which pretty much has, and of course Linux, which has full RAID support. A lot more RAID support than what Windows and Macs have. Yeah, you're pretty much saying that your Windows machine had a lot more better rating than than the Macs. No, it actually had a slower RAID, but yeah, whatever. But just to let you know, David R. Kelly, if you're going to smack shit on other people, delete your past videos where you're doing this, okay? Bye-bye.